Hey, where are we? Hey, good day, everybody. Good day, Saturday again. Hope you had a good week. And here we are again. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I went out adventuring, getting around and about so I can gather stories and adventures and experiences to share with you later on. And yeah, so here I am back again. All I got for you this week is some interesting stuff and maybe a look at a controversial book which I found a bit dark. But we'll see how we go at the end of the show, whether I show you that or not. So we're just here for some fun this week. And we got Jules with us. G'day, Jules. How you going?
Yeah, Maluna.
How was your week, love?
A whole lot of that.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad. It was just busy.
another week. Yeah, doesn't time fly, man, when weeks are like that? Hang on, I'll put me on air sign on.
I know, getting closer and closer to crunch time, so I feel like I've been busier and busier.
And let's see, I did share out the link for some more guests, but maybe they'll wander in, maybe they won't. See what happens. So this week was different. We survived it. We're here. There's stuff going on in the world. Don't know if everyone can feel it. There's something building up and it's coming near Christmas. I'm not sure what it is, but be ready, everyone. And g'day to everyone in the chat room there. G'day, Joe. G'day, Buzz. G'day, Jules. G'day, King. How you going, mate? Alrighty then. So let's just kick it off. We'll get straight into it like I always do. Mucking around, we'll party on at the end next to the fire. So what have I got?
I like that. Business before pleasure. It's a good motto.
Yeah. All right. So I have interesting pictures. Here they come. There we go. And I'll just stop sharing this. Yeah. Get my technical stuff all ready to go here. All right. Interesting pictures. Just stuff I found. Thought they'd be interesting. I think you remember these from another show. I just gathered some more of them together. Apparently these things, there's a couple of them different. They found them back in the 1800s and the early 1900s when they were digging in the mines. And as they were digging, they uncovered these things. Dinosaurs, you can call them what you like. They're just leftovers of the giant times.
Those things that were mentioned in the Bible called terrible lizards, those things.
That's them. I was yarning about that the other day, me and my hubby, because in the Bible, I said to him, parts of the Bible is like a health book, right, for your health. Now, before we go on, I actually haven't read the Bible, but I have a lot of friends that do, and when I ask them questions straight from the horse's mouth. So maybe I should read the Bible, but I'm not much of a reader. So parts of it are like a health book. They tell you what you can eat, what you can't eat, what's good for your health and stuff like that. One of them says don't eat, pterodactyls, the flying bird, don't eat them. So that means that they were around still then, and not to eat them because the meat wasn't good. And I understood that completely, because in our culture, there's you can't just eat every animal.
Yeah.
It depends how old you are too, to what animal you're allowed to eat.
I wonder if the pterodactyl is like the chicken. I mean, I wonder if the wings are white meat or dark meat.
It's more like a turkey. Yeah, those things still roam around. That, yeah, I believe in the parts of the world that we don't actually go and they're quiet, these things still exist. And given over the last 20-something years we've actually spread out more, I think we disturbed them. That's why we're seeing these things, because we've disturbed their habitats. The deep water stuff's coming up because we took all their food, so they're coming up further to the surface to find food, and we make good food. Always remember that. We're on the food list. So, yeah. Hey, we got my brother Donnie in there. You got to jump in, Donnie. I'll put the thing in there because I got some pictures that you would like to see. Oh, can I do it? Hang on, do it. Paste. Jump in, my brother, when you're ready. Anyone wants to jump in, you're always welcome. All right. So, yeah, they found these fellas when they were digging the mines out. Yeah, and it said in the Bible not to eat pterodactyl. Like I said, there's animals we're not supposed to eat because of the same reasons. And I figure it's what they eat. It's whatever they eat, and then we eat them is no good for you. So I figure it's something like that. I could go into it more, but we're not doing that. We're looking at pigs. And there's another one. That's one of them things you find outside under the bricks. I forget what they're called.
Oh, the little roly-poly bugs?
Yeah, them. Yeah, that's
what I know them as.
It's a leftover one. It's a roly-poly bug. Looks like one of them. Pretty reasonable. Oh, here's a big mother. Look at that one. There's the mine. They were digging the mine. They found that, so they say. Who knows these days? Anything can go. Looks pretty gnarly. But I remember a past life, I got sacrificed to some giant lizard thing like that. I'm trying to find the place that it was. I haven't found it yet. This one I'm not so sure of, but then when I looked at the snake, we don't have snakes like that, man. It looks like it's been petrified in the rock or something. It's got no eyes. Yeah, get on, Donnie, and share your knowledge with us. Look, I'm not going any further till you get on, Donnie. Come on. I'll just flash it to you again, just so you know. Look at that. See, I found a couple.
You want to come on.
So, yeah, so these unearthing things. And I don't know, since we've had the internet, we've been able to communicate all over the world.
Yeah.
And see things that we normally wouldn't see from other countries and stuff like that. So it's hard to tell what's what in real land. But I said the last one looked like a dead kraken. Yeah, you know what, Buzz? Because the animals in the Bible have different names.
I'm not much. I don't know a lot of Bible. My studies are taking me through religion in the Bible and the Anunnaki and conspiracy, and all kinds of stuff. But in the Bible, wasn't the Leviathan the Kraken or the giant sea creature?
I'm not sure, Jules. Like I said, I have to ask one of my friends. Can I ring a friend?
Sure. You don't even have to use a lifeline for that. Go for it.
Right, wow.
Hey, I want to welcome my brother Donnie. Hey, my brother, how you doing?
Yeah, but ladies.
Hey,
Donnie.
I wasn't going to jump on, but you talked me into it, eh?
Yeah, because look, I found these. I was counting on you being here. I was going to ring you last night. Check it out. Can you see that?
Yep, I can see it.
Now I'll check these pictures out to see whether they'll feed income or not. And you can see the shadows. The shadows line up. So it looks pretty feed income to me. Tell me otherwise, anybody, but yeah, maybe I should make them a bit bigger here. We'll do that. To
Yeah,
see.
hold on there, ladies.
Yeah, you're right. It's Saturday. It's chill out time. Take your time and enjoy life. It's Saturday. Well, in my world anyway. It doesn't matter what day it is. Take your time and enjoy life. Stop and smell that rose. Stop and look at that little flower on the grass and just enjoy the beauty. Stop and look at the clouds and just enjoy the beauty. Just for a second, it won't change your life dramatically, but it'll add to it. I don't want to change the picture, Dolly, till you get back.
I mean, that's a fascinating picture.
Yeah, he's certainly got big feet. I've got a magnifying glass. Some of these pictures I can't get bigger, and it's really annoying when you want to look deep in and check it right out. But I do have my trusty magnifying glass. Yeah, it looks pretty normal.
I mean, look at that. I mean, Flintstone feet.
Yeah, yay. That's what I was thinking.
Did you find the prototype of Fred and Barney?
Yeah, that's his uncle. That's the one they don't invite for dinner. All right. Look at that fella. Now look at his knees, man. And his shadow, see the shadow? He's standing with the fella. The shadows are going in the same way.
But he's got 6 toes.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I've been counting their hands, but not their toes. Oh, he has 2. Oh, he's got funny feet. Look at his feet, man. And his poor knees. He's got calluses and shit on his knees. Wow.
I was told CGI.
Could be.
Yeah, dude. How come everything seems to be CGI these days, or what do they call it? Photoshop.
Because that's a good excuse for everything. That's why I said in other shows everything's bullshit. Just do you just say it actually annoys me because the things that are true get overlooked now because everything is BS. It can be. Look, I want to tell you something. Way back in the day, before mobile phones and stuff like that, I had an experience. I actually tried to read the Bible once, and I sat there at the night time and I read it, and I found this verse, this page in the Bible. It blew my head away. It was amazing. It just blew me away. So I marked it and went to bed and thought, I'm going to read that tomorrow so I can see it in a different light, as you do each day. Well, I got up the next morning all excited because I was full of all that love and light from reading that passage the night before. Had breakfast, ripped open the book, went back to the place I marked it, and guess what? It wasn't there. The page that there was nothing resembling what I read the night before. And I put the book down and went, what the is going on here? And then Creator told me that anything physical can be changeable because this world isn't really what it is, right? You can change it. It can be changed, and that's what happened. It was changed. So that told me that was only there for me to see at that time, and then they changed it back to whatever it was normally the next day. And that's part of the reason why I didn't continue reading the Bible, because it changed on me. So everything being CGI or whatever, AI doing it, that makes no difference because the world can be changed without technology. That's my figure. But we're just here to have fun. It's Saturday. So,
Yeah.
you know. And Donnie, if you look at all the stories we have, how the difference in the hide and all this other stuff, these things, whoever made them up must have known some real stuff. That's what I figure.
Had to come from somewhere, didn't it?
Yep. Because it's getting to the point, if everything's made up, there's no use me doing this show anymore because it's all bullshit anyway.
They they say that legends and myths are based on 10% fact.
Mm-hmm. So this dude, anyway, looks pretty cool. So did the last one. Look at this fella. So, and you can see his shadow. Sorry, bro.
So when did photography come out?
1700s, I think it was. But even that's BS, because I've seen photos prior to that, and even the person presenting the pictures said, but there was no camera back then, what's going on? So we've been lied to in history, so we can't really say, you know. They're black and whites. They're probably, who knows. And then they got that chronovisor that takes photos of the past, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like I looked at them, and when you look at it, I don't know, make your own mind up. I just like looking at them because I know these beings actually exist. Whether that's a true one or not, it doesn't matter. And look at that fella. And see his shadow? Like he's really standing there, but who knows?
That looked like that photo was taken at midday by the looks of the shadow.
Shadow. And really, if I was one of them, I'd live out in the middle of nowhere too.
True. It looks like a cross between Big Bird with his legs and Snuffleupagus.
You want to
Snuffleupagus. Fluffy belly. See, look at the fur on his legs. It's like yeah, it reminds me of something else. Anyways, all right, next picture. Oh, that was interesting. Now that could be made up.
Don't let that get out or it'll be on the news in an hour. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I will like literally just like open up a browser and it has all these news things and it's always like UFO, then it's like 5 hours ago, 7 hours ago. It seems like all this stuff, the alien threat is like becoming like I can't even turn the computer on or change the screen without something about UFOs popping up in my feed.
Oh yeah, they've saturated it. Hey, once before it was a conspiracy theory, and now they're everywhere. You got a point there, Jules. I noticed that, and the amount of new movies that are coming out with all the aliens and like it's saturated. Everything it's just saturated. And what have I always said? Can't wait to the fake alien invasion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert or anything, but it just seems like they're flooding all this information now. So people are like seeing aliens exist, life on this planet confirmed, blah, 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 for at least a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, 4 years. They'll just confirm that, yes, aliens exist. There will be more congressional hearings, aliens exist, and then boom, there's a UFO in the sky, and nobody will know if it's real or if it's. I shouldn't say if it's real. If it's one of ours or one of theirs, or if it's Blue Beam.
Yes, that's so right, man.
We're being programmed and conditioned for it right now.
Yeah, they're probably saturating everything. So every after a while, don't worry about it. It's only a UFO.
Yeah, exactly.
As simple as that. That's what they're doing.
Yep. So watch out, people.
Yeah.
And I need to go back and revisit that book, God Drives a Flying Saucer. There was some conspiracy in there, but there could be some probable insight.
All right.
Suggest that book to me.
What interests me about this thing here, it's got a little proboscis at the top of its head. Now, at first I thought, oh, someone could have got a pufferfish in that and put it together. But it's got little muscles and everything. there is this little creature with a proboscis or whatever they call it at the top of his head. And they're little reptilians, they reckon, and a little worm comes out of the top and goes into the eye and then takes them over. A bit like Stargate when that fin goes into them and the worm.
You mentioned reptiles. I found an article this week. Basically, there are seven different ways that humans are probably come from the line of dinosaurs. And like the biggest giveaway that the Anunnaki or whoever have intermingled with whoever was here when that story was conceived. Our skin has reptilian traits. When it gets dry, it looks like scales, and you have to moisturize it. Our skin is one of the biggest ones. Our brain, that reptilian part of our brain, the embryo sac that we're attached to, and then at 6 weeks, the fetus has a tail, and it looks remarkably like a reptile. And then another trait would be over time, teeth were something that related to ancient reptiles.
Some people are born with a little tail still.
Yeah.
You know, that's really funny about the Anunnaki thing. Oh, sorry, I butted in. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Keep going, bro.
Donnie, Anunnaki to me.
In our story, we got Biami, right? In the Anunnaki story, they got, well, what they call them Anunnakis, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Sumerian, is it there? The Sumerian story, eh? Well, in Biami, he came to Earth and he made man. And in the Anunnaki story, basically did the same thing.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, and the whole, like, we kind of compared the whole Anunnaki Inky creating us to, imagine like a hamster cage, and these beings come in, put hamsters in a cage, they create us, and there's 2 hamsters. There's a male and a female. One of them was called Adam. The other one was called Lilith. And this cage is being furnished. All these decorations are being brought in. And Adam's like taking them all. And Lilith is like, no, I want the same thing. This partnership in this cage, we're equals. 50% of what we're equals. I mean, you're no better than me. You're no worse than me. We should be equal. And then Lilith wasn't having it, so she just fled. She escaped out of the cage. And then out of pity, Inky saw Adam there, supposedly from his rib, just modifying DNA, creating Eve.
Well, the story I was told when I was a little girl, and it wasn't by a person.
Jules, they say rib, don't they? That's in the Bible. They get a rib.
Yeah, when they refer, and again, I am no biblical scholar, expert, or anything. I've consumed far too much information, and I have bits here and there. Like everything in the world, lies may be truth, truth may be lies. So what I say, don't take it as 100% gospel. No
yeah, well, in our story, Biami cut off one of his foots to make man. See the similarities there.
Yeah, I mean the whole, and here. Okay, here's a thought that came to me this week, doing my studies. Like supposedly how Noah was different. I mean, I guess he was Methuselah's his grandfather. So anyhow, Noah was different. He supposedly had shining skin, white hair. He was different from everybody. He had all these special traits that made him look alien. So, and then the Old text, the Epic of Gilgamesh is mentioned, the flood, Astrahasis. Back in those epics, Astrahasis is Noah. Noah is that character of Astrahasis. So I mean, there's proof of the flood coming from the Anunnaki side, from the Sumerians and the Babylonians and the Akkadians, and then you have all these flood myths that just happen coincidentally around the world. So it's all, there's truth and there's lies, and as things kind of get chaotic in the world, I mean, I think a lot of people, maybe it's not just me, that are feeling that something ain't right. And then they'll look at something and then they will know in their soul and their conscious and with their being what's right and what's wrong. And I wonder if that's the way that people are going to find truth. Everything's just so muddy and murky that the only way that they're going to know what is truth is with their essence, what they feel in their gut.
Yeah. Well, in our stories, we've got some flood stories. Mobs have their own stories, right through. But the one I know of, because it's actually not my story, so I only can give you part there of it.
Yeah.
Because it's disrespectful to talk about somebody else's story. But in our story, one of our stories is there was a giant flood, and I can't think of the man's name, but he built a giant canoe and went around all the mountain tops and picked up all the people after the flood. So basically, it's another Noah story, isn't it? That's right. See, I can see the familiarities of all the stories around the world, but that means there must have been a giant flood one time. Whether it was 100,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago, it happened.
More than one.
It was time.
There was more than one.
You were going to say something? Yeah, Luna says there's more than one. When I kind of there's I don't have all the information. I only have bits and pieces, but I'm inclined to think the same.
You said that you got to rely on the information that's pure inside. That's what I do. So I go back when I was young, before I got influenced by anything, and what I was told. I was told that Creator made us and this place, and it was a beautiful place, and it was meant for like a respite and learning place, but a gentle, beautiful place, right? And then other beings came and started to interfere with everything here. For Creator to fix that, like in herbal medicine, the herb, as you start taking it, takes a little while to work. So over a period of time, it will take. For Creator to fix that problem, the medicine, so to speak, would take up over a period of time. So the medicine was administrated here in the form of beings and people, energy. And over a period of time, which is the life on Earth, this medicine has been taking place. We actually can see the medicine starting to work if you have a look. And it'll come,
We are. I mean, as humans, we are energy. It kind of makes me wonder that when you go to jail, you sit in a cell, the battery cell. When you you get charged with. If you go to a court, you get charged.
Yeah.
And just all these cities, if you look at a map of cities, it looks like a motherboard of a computer.
Yes.
It's because collectively we're energy, that we're a grid. And imagine what you can do if you get all this positive energy charged and flowing and elevated and harmonies, vibrations raised. I mean, literally, you could probably move mountains.
Yeah, I agree. I remember a world like that. Oh, hopefully we'll go back to it. I reckon everything has a cycle. We'll come back to it. So, yeah. So I do have some more pictures. And actually, what happened last night, I had 3 lots of slides to show you. I sat there last night and I fixed them all up. And the slides number 2 set disappeared. I couldn't find them. So I obviously thought they're not meant to go on the show, but it was really weird the way they just disappeared. So I've only got 2 sets of slides, yeah. I can show you the pictures I was going to do. They're just not on slides. But,
I would blame that on the house gnomes.
Oh, something. It just wasn't going to happen. And then I found that book, which I don't know whether to show you because it was. Oh. So I can show you the book, but everyone has to put a bit of light up in that before we look at it. And if I show you the book, you do not do anything in the book. It's only for looking at. Don't practice anything in it. It's dark, man. Anyway, all right. So what do we got here? Some more interesting pictures, and then we can just sit back and have a yarn. Actually, remember when I said I had a past life where I was sacrificed to a big lizard? The platform that we went out on was long, and it reminds me of the back of the Sphinx. Now I'm looking at it, but it doesn't fit the rest of it. Only the platform fits. It doesn't fit what I saw inside before I went on the platform and everything. I'll tell you like detail, because I can't see they don't show you inside the Sphinx. So, but the platform looked like the back of the Sphinx, where you walk out on this big long platform and you get to the back, and then this thing comes up. But yeah, there's another thing. Yak, sling me rave on today. I missed yous, that's why. I had 1 week off and I missed yous all. Another giant frozen in stone. Now here we are, giant chickens, man. There's other photos to this too, where you see her kids playing with, running around with the chickens. And that's a baby chicken she's got in her hand, which is the normal size of our chicken. Because remember, we had a firmament, the vapor canopy made everything large, which we're going back to, I think. That'll be different, being so tiny. Hey, Donnie, imagine being big. Hey, us 3 are all really small. So imagine going back and we become really large. That'll be different. No, it happens over a period of time. Oh yeah, this 400 million years ago, the 33-foot-long Dunkley Osteus, I butchered that, feasted on sharks. Scientists believe it had the strangest bite of any ever discovered, similar in power to the T-Rex. It looks like a turtle head, eh?
Yeah, it does. It looks like an ancient, like, Hira Godzilla turtle type.
In 1914, they found a rock with the same. That's the same, eh? Same creature, you reckon?
Strikingly similar.
I think it's the same creature. What do you reckon, brother? Are you still there? I put them together because I found. I'm actually, when I'm not the lazy YouTuber, and I put these things together, I can do a pretty good presentation. And I might do that because there's a lot of things I see. One's over here, one's over there, and they actually belong together, like these pictures. So they found that's in the rock left over, which must have been under the water or something to become like that. I don't know, I'm not a scientist. This is very interesting. This guy started to renovate his house, and as he ripped back the wall, he found out there was an old building behind it. Look at that. I found that. Interesting. Yeah, we'll try and make it big. Look at that. Why would you do? Someone had to cover that up. Eh? Someone would have went, oh, we can't have that. Let's just cover it up and pretend it's a normal building.
The one thing that stands out for me, and maybe this is just me, I'm noticing the guy's hand on the wall, when clearly it looks like there's something behind the wall, but I would think that that wall would be a little bit more dingy and not so purplish.
Oh yeah, that wall. That's what I thought.
So I mean that's what stands out in my mind. Like there's something off about that.
The possibility is whoever owned the house actually left it like that, and then they realised.
I mean that is possible.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I just found it interesting. Where are we? But yeah, imagine having a house. I love things like that. Surprises. Surprises. Oh, this I found interesting too. They changed the date. Someone changed the date. So here we go. I don't know what it actually says, but they've added.
NO is year.
Yeah, so it's the year. D's. I know. Yeah. So if you know your name, Roman numerals.
Yeah, I might have to phone a friend. It's weekend. I don't do mass.
Yeah. But as you can see there, they've added an extra C onto it. Or something. Where's my thing? Yeah, they've added onto it. So they've added extra years. Yeah, they've added an extra C. They oh no, they put one in front as well. They've put a letter in front of it to make it more. And they've ripped us off. And see that it's not really the year 2023, people. We're living in a dream. All right. So I found that interesting. Someone noticed that and put two pictures together and went, hang on. So that's in Naples, obviously. Oh, this is nice. I'll read this out to you. If I can read it, hang on. I think I need to go and get my eyes checked.
13 moons and 28 days, all on turtle shells. This equals 364 days plus 1 day of rest. Ancient Scots, Norse, Polynesians, and natives of the world all knew the wisdom of the turtle and followed a 13-month cycle. After all, there are 13 moon cycles in a year and 27 to 29 days per cycle. It's almost as if the system subtracted 1 month in order to sever the connection between the people and the sun, moon, and stars, which are a giant clock.
Yep. Yeah, that's my bad.
It's all good.
Yeah. So isn't that nice, the turtle shell? Now we've all known there was.
It seems like the scholars, this number 12, even though they're 13, 12 is universally like symmetric, I guess, because even if you think about the picture of the Last Supper, there's 13 that have the half person there, including Jesus. There are 13 people in that picture.
Yes.
There are 13 constellations. Ophiuchus is the 13th zodiac. And the ancients knew it, but to keep cycles and everything, they historically recognized 12.
Yep. Because they changed it.
Yeah, and Ophiuchus is the serpent god.
Yeah. Yeah, I was told it was either a serpent or an eagle because they've left out. But
it was the serpent.
Yeah. So there you go. There's more evidence. We all know that. Yeah, there's things they change on it. You know, I feel sorry for people that have no idea about this stuff because when the reality hits them and they realise all these things have actually been changed, they're going to have nowhere to stand as in a foundation, internal foundation.
A baker's dozen.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say the baker's dozen.
Yeah, all right. So when I was a kid, I used to ask my mum, why do they call it baker's dozen? Is there 13 buns?
Mm-hmm. 13 in a baker's dozen.
True. Wow. Yeah, why do that? Who's, Anyway, next picture. Oh, this one's nice. Here we go. 7 universal laws of energy. Laws are spelt wrong. Anyway, you attract what vibrates at your same energetic frequency. Energy does go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It's only transmuted. Energy moves in patterns, creating predictability. Fibonacci seasons aging, which means you can reverse it and change it. Energy is expressed in parallel through our different planes of existence: mind, body, emotion. Energy responds to the law of cause and effect. What goes out will come back unless it's transmuted. The alchemy of energy, alchemist. Energy as a whole can change from any of its aspects, physical, mental, or emotionally. Remember before I was saying everything here can be changed. Once energy is transmuted, it cannot replicate its old state. There you go. It can be similar, but it won't be the same because it's got something new in it now because it's been changed. So there you go. I found that interesting. It's true. When I find things like this, it's like I don't know how to say them, but I find them and you can read it out. All right. Oh, this is interesting. Look at that. Nikola Tesla's electric oscillator and an Egyptian ankh. That ankh looks weird, eh? But anyways. Free energy. I was actually yesterday thinking, I was looking at old buildings and that, and inside the pyramids, how they lit them up. Now, we knew they had light, and it wasn't fire because there's no smoke marks. And I doubt it was mirrors, even though they can work pretty well.
Well, I know from stories, years ago, I used to have a stepfather who was in the service, and he was stationed in Egypt. And when he came back, he told of what he could of his time in Egypt. And in the pyramids, they literally, how they got light inside the pyramids, they had mirrors and they reflected the sun, and that's how you were able to see inside the pyramid.
Or they had free electricity.
That was in the 1985-ish. But who knows?
Yeah, well, I know that there is such a thing as free electricity, or free energy, we'll call it, not electricity, because there's a trick in there. Electricity. Yeah. So there's free energy and then there's electricity, right?
You should put a patent on that, Luna. That's it has a nice ring to it. Electricity.
Yeah. All right. This is it. I've got some good clips to show you today too. All right. So this is the Grand Grimoire. It's a secret book locked away in the Vatican archives. It's a real book because the Vatican claims ownership of it, but has never let anyone take a glimpse of it. The book was allegedly found in the tomb of Solomon in 1750, but the book is inscribed with the date 1522. Interesting. The man who wrote the book, Honorius of Thebes, did I say that right? Honorius, yeah, of Thebes, was said to actually be Satan himself or possessed by Satan for the purpose of writing the book. Theorists say that the book is supernatural and cannot be torn, burned, pierced, penetrated, or in any other way damaged or destroyed. Sounds like technology to me. It is the only book with the knowledge of how to summon the Dark One with a precise ritual. It tells you how to summon other powerful demons as well. The book also contains exact locations of Bible relics and is said to even contain the Dark One's personal sketches of, I'll muck that up.
Looks like the face of.
Yeah, the face of Judas and Jesus. And I'll just say Jesus and Jesus because I need to say that because there were two other words I didn't want to say. All right, so there you go. There is a book like this. Now, if I was the Vatican, I'd want to see the pictures and I'd want to find the Bible relics. So, that's why I'd keep the book. other than that, the book should be buried in a big, deep, dark hole and left for nobody to see. Yeah, look at the size of it. But it might be only that big. Hey, it looks like it's only that big now. Hey.
That reminds me, what's the name of that book? Is it the Codex Giga?
Yep.
There's an old book that's
Yep.
Isn't it mentioned to be made out of like skin? Is the cover of it?
Yeah, something like that. But that's a giant book. That's one of the giants books. It's like really, really big. It belongs to. Remember, I showed you the giant.
Wasn't that rumored that it was written in like a day? The book was written in a day.
Yeah, because the guy was locked up, and now I'm going to execute him. And he said, "I'll deliver something grand, which is the book." And apparently, he asked the Dark One to help him out. Personally, I think a giant walked past and pushed the book through the little window and said, "Here you go, mate," because it's a giant's book. Yeah, and the Dark One wrote it and gave it to him to save his life. But what we don't know, it's a giant's book, and the book's huge.
Yeah.
So common sense says, oh, it belongs to a giant, right? Unless the Dark One was a giant. But you were telling me they're different. The names I spoke about, they're different. You were explaining to me before the show, Jules.
Which ones? Are you talking about Satan and Lucifer?
Yeah.
Again, I don't have positive information. This week, I'm still trying to go back and verify my stuff with other sources. And I'm again no biblical scholar, no biblical expert or anything. Everything that I've come across and retain is just I feel what our Creator will let me keep there and put together and piece myself. I may be wrong. I may be right. From what I understand, Satan was a cherub who basically fell. He was the adversary of God. And then way back the ancients, your Ganthian pantheon is where there's reference in the Bible, the king of Tyre. And then I somehow the words came to me, but Halil bin Shahar came to me. And he was the son, supposedly, of the morning star. The morning star, Venus, was Aurora. So if Aurora and El refers, in El Behir bin Shahar, the El refers to God, supreme God, or creator. So that tied in an actual person with Venus. And that's where, this is just me, Lucifer was actually not from heaven. He just represented the star, but he was a real person. And there is a difference between Satan and Lucifer, and Satan had fall, and Lucifer was kind of, think of Nimrod. Nimrod was already here. The tower. I mean, he aspired to ascend. So that, for me, I may be right, I may be wrong. This is just information that I have that's a difference between the two. But because somehow, and through time, Bible, Lucifer, Satan, they kind of got intermingled, and they both kind of represented the same. And then you have the devil, who it's more aptly to call that deity devil, because not knowing if up or down, as above, so below, not knowing which one it is, collectively, it should be called the devil, I think.
Okay. Wow.
So
All right. So
it was deep thoughts.
hang on, we'll just swim to the top.
Sorry to
Hey, you're right.
everybody.
I just realised that I had a whole heap of other pictures that I must have. I don't know what happened, but I haven't got them. I got them in my file list where I was collecting them because I had some more interesting things. You mentioned star. There's this stuff called star jelly, and I reckon when one of them falls out of the sky and they hit the ground, they leave jelly behind. It turns into jelly.
You know, the ancient planets back then were called wandering stars.
Yeah, wandering stars. Yeah, they weren't called planets. This word planet is a new term. They never said planets. And you can't find the word planet in the Bible from what I recall, even though I haven't read it. My friends told me can't. Yeah, wandering stars. And they reckon when the stars fall down, they leave jelly. That tells me they are spiritual beings.
Well, aren't we made of stardust?
Yep. Dried up jelly. No. Yeah. Anyway, I did find this. This is funny, and I have to make it a bit big so I can read it. You're going to laugh. All right. So, well, now, here's something I never knew before, and now that I have come to know it, feel compelled to share with my more intelligent friends in hope that they too will feel edified. Isn't history more fun when you know something about it? Okay. Before the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, the French, anticipating victory over the English, proposed to cut off the middle finger of all captured English soldiers. Without the middle finger, it would be impossible to draw the renowned English longbow, and therefore they would be incapable of fighting in the future. The famous English longbow was made of the native English yew tree, and the act of drawing the longbow was known as plucking the yew or pluck yew. Much to the bewilderment of the French, the English won a major upset and began mocking the French by waving their middle fingers at the defeated French, saying, "See, we can still pluck you." Since pluck you is rather difficult to say, the difficult consonant cluster at the beginning has gradually changed to a laboidental fricative, that's hard to say, and thus the words often used in conjunction with the one finger salute. It is also because of the pheasant feathers on the arrows used with the longbow that the symbolic gesture is known as giving the bird. And you thought you knew every plucking thing. How's that? Is that cool? Did you like that one, Donnie?
Yep. I like that one. Give it the bird.
Give it the bird. I also heard it's the Godfinger was another one, but anyway. All right. So that's all I got in.
Well, I mean, if that's true, that might be some fiction because I remember seeing the picture and it's this finger.
Yeah, that finger. I found that really interesting, and I thought it was plucking funny. Do you know that poem? I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plucker's son, and I'm sitting plucking pheasants till the pleasant pheasant plucker comes. All right. I just got that out. Yeah, so I found that interesting. I'm just going to pop the fire up, and we do have some more stuff. Quick, it won't work. I do have some more stuff for you, but we'll just chill out. Man, technology. All right, there we go. Yeah, I've got some little clips for you and stuff like that. So we'll do that in a second. We'll just have a breather. Yeah, it's funny how I had all them other pictures, but they just disappeared. I was looking for the file, and I'm sure I didn't. I knew I sat there and went through them all and couldn't find the file. And then I thought, oh well, I'll just let it go. Maybe next time, another shoot. Maybe another shoot. All right, so let's see what we've got for you. What have I got for you?
Yes. Have you got anything new from what's his name?
Oh, no. But you know what? I put his thing back on. I sent it to a few people that'll know, and I put it back on last night, and I still laughed just as hard as I did the first time.
Why not play it again?
I was actually happy with that because I need to Jalua. If you go to his website, you will find other ones.
Who is he? I don't even know his name.
He's a comedian. He's a comedian. Where did I put it? Find funny. I think that's it. Hang on. Whoops. Hang on.
Yeah, dude. Got any?
Yeah, I know. It's the funniest thing ever. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That is something I want to show you though.
Cool.
Actually, I might as well show you. All right, I'm going to show you. We're going to take it back to him. So this guy works at Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. All right. Oh man, come on, technology. Get yourself together. That's me.
It'll get there when it's supposed to.
This guy works at Dunkin' Donuts. All right. Check it out. I laugh my head off.
Making me like the spider donut, even though I have severe arachnophobia. But I'm gonna show you how to finish off anyway. So you got the vanilla frosting, you got the chocolate legs, and then pretty much all you need to do is just add this little pad.
He thought it was real. He even knew that was funny. All right, I need to. What have I got here for you? Where is that funny guy? I deliberately put it on you.
I don't know.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, I found it. All right, here we go.
I am being honest with you, dude.
This is gonna go a lot easier if you're honest.
And I will, yeah, dude.
Yeah. What are you on right now, man?
Cloud nine. What? Cloud nine.
No, what are you on right now? You
One.
gotta be honest.
I'm on one, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Stop fucking around. What are you on right now, man?
TikTok, what? Instagram, all of them. I'm on all of them.
I'm not talking about your ads. Drugs.
Sure, if you got some. Yeah, I'm down. You guys partying?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Sir,
dude.
step out of the car.
All right. So what have I got for you? I do have stuff. Big shocking secrets. Oh,
Sorry, forgot
come on.
myself.
Hey?
I was saying after a week like this past week, that just I needed that laugh. Thank you.
That's right. Oh, I got something else for you, Jules.
So today we're going to hit on a real cool one, which is Mercury. Check this. Free energy. See that? See that spinning? That's the magic of Mercury. Now, they tell us to stay away from Mercury because it's toxic, but they also tell you that it's toxic because it's toxic to the profits of JP Morgan Chase and the Rockefellers and all the other people who bought out the energy industries so that they could put a meter on something and charge it to you, right? That's the whole thing. Check this right here. Mercury on top of a light bulb spinning. And the thing is the spinning is very fascinating because when you look at the old buildings from the old world, the sacred buildings, they used to have these brass balls and they loaded them up with mercury and they put them real high up so that they could gather atmospheric energy, which is free energy. The higher you go up, the more energy that's up there. And they would run, for example, a copper wire down into their home and they could use that if they wanted free energy or to light their light bulbs or whatever things that they had in the home. A lot of this is never disclosed because, for example, when we look at all of these things from the past, we start to look at a lot of things were about electrical conductivity. Look at that. They all look like conductors, right? Sacred buildings are looking like conductors. They're built like conductors. There's free energy right there. Free energy right there. But the thing is they changed all the history to make it look like everybody was fighting each other. It was medieval. People were going against each other. But in reality, I think the hidden history of the past is very different than what we've been taught.
Hey. So that was for you, Jules, because I know you like Mercury. What else did I find for you?
That gave me some stuff to think about.
Yeah, free energy. That's what I keep telling people. We have free energy, man. They can't conceive it because they only know the electrical wiring. That's all they've known.
And there was something in the news not too long ago about Mercury and being recalled, like thermometers being recalled. It's like they're trying to like make sure there's no mercury out there.
All right, what do we got? Funny things caught on camera in Australia. Don't know what that is. Let's have. Oh, this is funny.
My brother nearly killed me with a fart.
Sorry. I keep coming up with these. They're just funny for Australians. Funny. What do you think of that, Donnie? That's Aussie humour, that one, eh? All right.
Hey, flatulence for flatulence.
Yeah.
I will never get so old that I don't appreciate a good fart joke.
Well, that's right.
Flatulence is fun.
Yeah. You got to laugh, you know. What else is there got? What have I got here? This is really nice. Listen to these people. I'll save this for you. All right, this is really important to hear.
They say when two people are angry at each other, you know why they shout? It's a bit strange because they're right next to each other. Like, why are you shouting? You're right next to that person. For one ancient Sufi saint, he said the reason why people shout when they're angry is because although they're next to each other physically, their hearts have become so far apart. And because their hearts are so far apart, they feel the need to shout to try and make up that distance that has been created. And have you noticed it works the other way as well? When you have a very loving relationship and your heart is very close to someone, sometimes you can be within them in the room and you don't even have to say a word, just the movement of the face, and they understand you and you understand them, because the hearts are very, very close.
Hey, Luna, would you mind sending me that? That was beautiful.
Yeah, hey, wasn't it? I loved it. I will send it to you. Yep. I'm going to keep that. I'll play it often. All right, what else we got? Polly. We've got Polly. Hang on, my screen's too small. Can't see at the bottom.
Yo, Polly.
Oh, no, that's it.
Hugs and notes.
Yeah, Polly's in the house. You're going to jump in, Polly, or you had a big day? And if you missed anything, I can quickly go back on because this is just, you sent me a funny in Discord. Okay, Buzz, I'll check it out. What else have I got here for you? Funny comedy, two people, archaeology, finds. Oh, check this flycatcher out. trusted for the
Thank you
music.
for killing the creepy music.
Yeah, right. It was creepy, isn't it? It's fly killing music. I wonder if they hear that when they die, and then the slapper comes down. For Australia, that is the best thing I've ever seen. What do you reckon, Donnie? We all should have one of them, eh?
Yeah. Especially bloody blowflies. They're bloody annoying.
Yeah, I wonder if it comes in small and large.
Your blowflies, are those what we would call horseflies over here, or is there an actual difference between a horsefly and a blowfly?
Well, there's 3 types of blow. There's the blowfly, then you got the horsefly, and then you got the marsh flies. The marsh flies is one that stings you, and when they bite, they do bite big time. And they hurt. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
see, that would be the horsefly for me.
Right.
They're pretty big. They're almost close to an inch long.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything in Australia is grand. You guys have us up on that, so maybe you guys do have 3 different. Now I'm curious. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look into flies.
We got
nothing.
Sorry.
Nothing compared to what they call the bull ant out here, or the jumping ant. Yeah, they're over an inch long. When they bite you big time.
Oh yeah, they fight. Oh. You got to have
ants.
There's a fern that grows here, and the milk from the fern is what you rub on the ant bite. You know bracken fern, bro? Bracken fern, that's what you use for the bite.
Tie into previous conversation, the devil was referred to as Lord of the Flies.
All right, so we'll get rid of that fly thing now.
I mean, I like that concept, though. Is there something in there that attracts the flies to it, so it catches it?
Yeah, that red stuff.
I mean, is there like something inside the bottom of it?
No, that red stuff catches them, and
flies will crawl on anything.
And then as it spins around, it pushes them in the hole into the bottom. Yeah, I think it's a good idea, but they're alive. What do you do with them? Feed them to a frog or something?
I mean,
best fly I've seen, Lerner, is a plastic Coke bottle cut in half, then the top of it inverted into the Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Put a bit of water and a bit of rotten meat hanging out aside there. You'd be surprised how many flies come to it.
Ooh.
That's the most efficient way to get rid of flies.
When we went away to Uluru, as you know, there's flies out there, and they didn't really bother me, but they were bothering Carl. And every time we stopped to have a rest, we'd end up with a couple in the car. And I said to him, just be patient, laugh. And then I'd see the fly and I'd go, hi, we'll meet you at Uluru. Yaloo, out you get. And then they'd fly out. And I said, yellow to him, it's time to go, and they flew out. And he's just sitting there. I said, see, it worked every time. They came and saw us again when we got there.
They were like, hi, and we just flew in, and boy, are our wings tired.
And this is going to sound gross, but it's true. And I'm an honest person, so I'm going to tell you. When I was a little girl, I never noticed flies until one day. I was only like 4 years old or something, 5 years old. I was 4 because I didn't go to school. I was sitting on the stairwell where we were living, and I felt something in my mouth. And when I opened it up, a fly fell out, and that's when I noticed flies existed. Don't ask me. Maybe, I don't know. I just never noticed them until that day.
For a true and accurate description of how I perceive flies, just watch Racing Stripes.
I always think there's someone watching you. That's why I talk to them. Say, get out.
I mean, do they really have 1,000 eyes?
No, they got one eye, I think.
Is it one eye or 100 eyes?
Little
The way that their eyes are, they're like broken up in.
I mean, it's 2 eyes, but they've got little tiny little lenses in those 2 eyes, and apparently they see. I don't know. Someone must have took a fly's eye off and looked through it in the microscope to see what they can see.
Yeah, I guess the fisheye lens sounds a whole lot better for advertising as opposed to the fly eye lens.
I found some more interesting things for you. Hang on.
Cool.
Yeah, this is all right. These are buildings, because whether people know it or not, but I have a file and it's called research, and I look at all these things, but I don't talk about a lot of them. One of them is buildings from the past and all that, architecture. Yeah, maybe one day I'll do a show on it, but there's other people doing shows on a lot of stuff, so I try not to do the same. I just want to have fun. So, all right, what have we got here? Share this one instead is what we want to do. No, I can't do that. I have to do this. Wait, what am I doing? Stop sharing screen, present, share screen, share screen, share screen, share screen. There you go. Oops. These are just old gates. Well, oh, look at that. I thought that was beautiful, haven't they? That's huge too. Some of them you recognise, some of them I haven't seen before. And that's it. I'll play it again. Yeah. Let's play it one more time because it was short, and I've got one more for you, and that's all I've got this week, except for that creepy book, which we can have a look at if you really want to. All right, what was the other thing I had? Gee, it takes me all this time to gather all this stuff that I see, and then 10 minutes just to whack it all out and show you.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, Ken says, mate, they reckon dogs saw in black and white. I thought it was BS too, Ken.
So, I mean, those circles that he's putting in, what is he? I'm distracted by the actual overall picture, but I'm noticing those circles that every now and then would pop.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Is it supposed to be like some like, are the statues supposed to be giant? Because like he's pointing to something there, but I'm not exactly sure what.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know. I'm going to have to actually study that a bit more, because I noticed that they're trying to show you something, but they're not.
Okay, weirdest discoveries archaeologists have found left behind by ancient humans.
Sorry.
Can you play it again?
Yes, I sure can. I'll make it big.
See that circle that was there on the column on the previous one.
Yeah, and there was one there. I know.
Yeah, that right there.
Yep. Because the other one points down to people and shows you how big that thing is. Here.
Yeah, so like that right there wasn't exactly what that was supposed to be.
Yep.
I mean, it's interesting, but I wish he would have slowed it down and like really emphasized what I'm looking at.
This. Oh man, how do I get it across? All right. So in some of my past shows, when I've showed you all the weird and wonderful creatures I used to draw before they killed them all, and in Japan there was one that was like a turtle. It was a little person like a turtle. Mm-hmm. This little clip. They say they caught one, so I just found it interesting because it matches with that story and those pictures. Yeah, we'll check it out, Hang on, I'll put it up on full so you can get a good look. Oh, what have I done? Here we go. There we go. See the little dude? See him there? It's hard to say, but it's a Japanese thing, I think it is.
Something didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it could be a puppet.
I mean, yeah, well, that right there, that one didn't, because that feels FAF to me. But the first one, the kid in the pool, that looked more realistic.
Yeah, he's in a pond.
Yeah, but the only thing why I'm like, I don't know,
He smiles at you, look.
Is knowing that in ancient Chinese, or for what I've uncovered, ancient Chinese culture, they revered turtles. Even in their dragon, they just believe that they came from dragons. But they have different kinds of dragons. There's like 7 different kinds of dragons they have, and one of them is a turtle dragon. And that's, you mentioned turtle, and it got me thinking.
Yep. Yeah, he smiles and everything. If you get a good look, you can see his eyes.
But it just looks plasticky.
Yeah, it does. It does look a little bit like that. But I just found it interesting because it was from those sketches, you know.
Huge.
What's you?
Mine.
Hey, Waddy. What else have I got? I've only got that book that, I don't know whether, oh yeah, I have got something else. Secrets of the Food Industry. Doesn't go for very long. I'm going to cut out. You don't need to hear that. You probably know some of those things. I don't even know why I'm showing you this. I just thought it'd be interesting. You never know what somebody else finds interesting. Oh, this is, watch this.
I've got
Where?
I've still got the clunk, but it's sort of not as bad. But I think I know what it might be. It might be sticky. What's those things on your drum, bro?
Sorry, Donnie, I had to meet you. Yeah, this one. It's actually a sponge cake. Literally. Hey? Make it fluffy.
Whoa!
Yeah, right. Eat homemade food. Make your own food. At least you know what's in it. I want to try this test. I don't eat half this stuff though. Who would ever think? Fake honey. Sorry, Donnie, I muted you because.
That could be a useful thing to have. This is interesting.
Yeah, and that's what the show's about, interesting things. Yeah, hey, because here we have lots of kinds of honey. You know when it's a real good Australian honey and when it just looks like syrup. Yeah, because honey's thick and it should stay where it is. Because if you have honey in your tea and you try to get off the spoon, you've got to stir a lot to get it off your spoon, I'm telling you. But if it's fake honey, it'll just go off. And look, it makes little honeycomb things. That's what I wanted to show Polly. He would have liked that. Honey actually makes honeycomb memories in the water.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You there, Donnie? Sorry, I had to mute you because we didn't want to know what he was doing today.
Yeah, I forgot to mute myself, eh? Sorry about that.
No, you're all right. If Woody wants to come on the show, he's quite welcome.
Getting out there, look.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's 7-Up. Do you have 7-Up there, Jules?
Yeah, that Mountain Dew, we got that.
Yeah.
It's a staple in America. And not that I've had any in the past, but it goes really good with nacho cheese Doritos.
It looks like when you've had vitamin B tablets. Do you really want to drink it? Yeah. Oh, this is interesting too. I'm going to have to try this out. The kids do eat noodles every now and again. There's actually no noodles in there. Look. I didn't know this one. Ew. Looks harmful, doesn't it? So light brown's good and black's not.
Not that I mean, cottage cheese is a no anyway, so that doesn't matter.
It looks like it's filled up underneath me ute.
Yeah, look pretty bad. So that's what's in your food, people. Watch out, watch out. All right, so that's all the slides I've got for you. The only thing left is that book that I didn't want to look at, and I'm going to take my time. We'll have a quick look at it. The reason I didn't want to look at it is because there's people out there that look at it and go, "Oh, you beauty, I can run amok." Yeah. But it's King Solomon. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got something, a picture to send you too, by the way, eh?
Have you?
Yeah, but I don't know if you can get it on today, but I don't know how to actually do that, but it's not too far from me, probably about 2 to 3 hour drive. Somebody found another petroglyph.
True.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a cartouche.
Yeah. What direction? North, south?
Heading north from me, on the Queensland border.
Oh.
Yeah. It's, what I could see of it, it looks like 2 circles, some lines, and something else I just cannot see. But it's actually engraved into granite. It definitely looks like a cartouche in some ways.
Wow.
And that lines up with the one was found on the Moonbee Ranges. Because if let's quote, if the Egyptians did come out here, and if they had to travel north, instead of going up the coastline, it would be better if they deviated inland and then went straight up.
Right.
So that puts them up through the New England.
Yeah.
So it could be possibility it's Egyptian. The other one, it was I was told about this cartouche. We'll just call it cartouche or petroglyph. One of the two. Was the Thunderbolt did it, which I thought was really strange. Why would Thunderbolt go sit there hours on end, make a petroglyph? So they don't make.
I heard a rumor that people like say that Egyptians come here. We do have numerous things that tell us they were, but then others say that we were the Egyptians. That was us. Don't ask me, travel back.
That could be a possibility.
I do know, Donnie, that we knew of technologies, but we didn't use a lot of them. We used natural technology.
That's true. Yeah.
You know how when you guys are finished, don't let me cut you off, but you know how when the universe wants you to have something, it just puts it in your hands?
Yep. That's so true there, eh?
Classic example. This literally just happened. So I glance over because my phone kind of bing, the colors changed on it. This is an actual news article from a news ticker that just hit my phone. Are eyewitness sightings in the Appalachian Mountains accurate? That's the headline. So I opened it up to look at this. This is kind of local. It's a news app, but it breaks it down by region. So the article, and it links me to it, pulls up this article. A common theme that continues in Virginia is folklore known about the Appalachian Mountains. One popular story is that a Sasquatch has been sighted in the area. The elusive Bigfoot has allegedly been spotted throughout West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. Are there Bigfoots among us in Virginia? Should I keep reading?
Yeah.
Eyewitness accounts describe this monster as a nocturnal creature with black fur and glowing green eyes. Unfortunately, most of the images of the creature are not clear enough to make any type of distinction. This is why some believe it is a bear or a large ape. In November 2022, a hunter in Smith County said he thought he was looking at a bear when the animal stood up and walked away on two legs. He said this was the first time in 3 decades of hunting he had ever experienced fear. In 2006, a Virginia couple in Chesterfield County reported seeing a creature that was silver with flowing hair heading into the woods and believed it was a Sasquatch. Animal Planet investigated a sighting of a Bigfoot in the Appalachian Mountains based on a photo that were given. Most people looked at and described that the creature was a bear, while others said it could have been a young Sasquatch. There have been no accounts of anyone being hurt with these sightings occur and seems to remain elusive. Perhaps one day there will be undisputable proof of the existence of this animal.
I think there is. It's just that they go, oh, look, this is from this and this is from that, and they're not telling you it's all coming from the one being. Like, oh, we'll go into it.
That came from a news app, Smart News, or one of those like whatever came pre-installed news things that I use to just look at headlines, not necessarily dig deep.
Yeah.
Now, is that actual news, or is that AI being a manipulative force? Because I've been like going through every kind of topic you could think of the past several months. Or is that news? I'm living in illusion. I cannot tell lie from lie. The truth may be lies and lies may be truth.
In the heart, that's anyway. That's how I do it. I do a check. Hey, creator, I'm just checking. And chuck out
if anything, it was a very interesting read.
It was. Well, what you gave us.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm seeing sorry, bro.
Oh, Will just reminded me of something. I was sending a video the other day. It happened about a week ago. It's of two yowies talking to each other, but they were mimicking a rabbit squeal.
Oh, wow. We know they mimic, yes.
Yeah, because halfway through it, you can actually hear voices a little bit different from the other voice. I'll send that to you too, sis.
Yeah, do that.
Now, the funny part about this, where this so-called yowie talk is near a road called Drop Bear Lane.
Oh, yeah. Look out for them drop bears. They'll drop on you and rip you up.
As far as I know, there's been a lot of yowie activity around that area. And old mate said I can have permission to use this video. So I'll send it to you then.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Thanks, Donnie.
Yeah.
Get it on here to show people. I'll figure out how to do that. Wow, interesting.
Yeah. You can actually hear the voice change halfway through the video. You can hear the pitch of the voice sounds like, how would you put it, something bigger and taller. The other one's sort of smaller. But if you hear the voice change. So they're basically talking to each other.
Common sense would tell you they because they live in the bush, or pardon me, the forests were all over the world. Because they live in nature, they would understand a lot of other languages, obviously, the other animals' languages, like we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a big way to communicate with each other is actually mimic other animals.
Yeah.
Because that'll throw any human who's not inclined to that right off. Oh, it's just a rabbit squealing, rabbit getting killed or something like that in the bush. And
rabbit.
Yeah.
Squeal with fear. That's how they bust themselves. They see the thing flying there, they start running and squealing, and that actually tells everyone where they are. That's why I don't like eating rabbits.
Yeah.
I have to do a show just on hearing men, Donnie. We've done them. I'll let you know too, by the way. Me and Donnie actually do shows on have done shows on other people's radio shows and stuff, right? And we talk about hearing men and our culture and stuff like that. I don't advertise it, you know me, I'm not a big nader, maybe I should. But we'll tell you about it. What I'll do is get a list and you can go listen. But we can do it here, like we can do our own show. I said that, Donnie, we do all these stuff on other people's shows.
Whatever happened to Beyond the Stump?
Beg your pardon?
Whatever happened, was it Beyond the Stump or the Black Stump or something?
Yeah, the Black Stump. Yeah, remember, Donnie, we were going to do that?
Yeah, the other side of the Black Stump.
Yeah.
You know, that's a really strange thing because there's actually a place called the Black Stump. It's out towards Moree Way.
Yeah. And there's a place called Timber.
Yeah.
And
another place not far from Moree too is Come By Chance.
Yeah, we got some strange names here. Yeah, you got a good point there, Jules. Beyond the Black Stump, we can do that because me and Donnie are having yarns on the side.
Yeah.
So more things coming. Yeah, all right. We'll work on that because all right. I'm learning, but we'll do a show on stuff like that. Here, remember, we haven't done one. We will do one for you. Like I said, we have done others on other people's shows, but we haven't done it here. And we will do that. What do you reckon, Donnie? I'll have to get some things together, and a lot of it will be just listening to what we say because they're what people have told us or what we've experienced on here and inside. So there. All right. What else have we got? Oh, that's right. This stupid book. Hang on. The book. All right. Let's see what I've got on that book. Where and how we going? We've got half an hour. Oh, wrong one. Which one? Shopping Secrets. What have I got on this book? All right. So apparently this book is something to do with Solomon. We're going to do it quickly, right? Because it's not really a good book. It's just that it came up, so I thought I'd show you. And because the Vatican's got it, and they think it's exclusive, but there's pieces of it here. All right, I've got to share the screen. Share this tab.
Oh my gosh, Luna! Again, how do we do this? We are so in sync with one another. I mean, I haven't literally caught up with you since last Friday.
Yep.
And again, what you bring is something that ties into what I'm doing, and you bring something to make me think and possibly the information I'm looking for with Solomon.
Well, I'll send you this information. I'm going to move through it quickly, and I'm not going to give you can look it up yourself if you want. I'm not going to give it to other people because I don't actually recommend this book unless you're a certain kind of, and I don't recommend the book. But anyway, here it is. I'll send it to you. There's two things remind me after the show, Jules. I'll send you this and the other one. So we have this dude here. He likes playing with the hula hoop, obviously. I think he'd have a smaller waist. Donnie, what happened? You dropped out.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Donnie wasn't here.
Yeah, you just dropped out. That's all right. Are you coming back, bro? I'll put it back in there. Just in case. We need music. All right, so here we go. Quickly look at this book, Grand Grimoire. How can I change it? Hang on. Ding, ding, ding. Just tells you stuff. I can't really read it from here because it's too small. So I'm just going to flick through it because I don't really want people to, you know. The funny, I had a little read and I felt weird reading it, but it actually talks about, see, it's got Jesus and Jehovah, Elohim. There's a prayer there first. It makes you wonder. And there, I had parts of it I read, I thought, oh, you don't do that. Some parts of it are really bad, man. Hey, brother, good you're back. Like, you shouldn't hurt animals and you shouldn't deliberately make energy do stuff that's going to hurt someone or go against their natural feelings, because it will tell you too that and we know this, everything you put out comes back. So if you're going to control someone's energy and make them do something you want them to do and what's not natural, it will come back and hit you. So expect that. That's the law, eh, my brother? What goes around comes around. That's the jester.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what happened there, but something threw me off. Like,
yeah, you got kicked out.
Yeah, it shut my phone right down.
Oh, must have been what you're talking about, bro.
It said the apple cart there somewhere along the line, me.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a secret sleuth show on Harriman, just to despite them. Anyway.
Yeah, I might use the word hairy man instead of bloody yowie because they might shut me down again, eh?
Yeah, some words are like that. One day I'm just going to rattle off a heap of words just to stir them up. Well, I do. All right, so it tells you how to make talismans. This isn't the whole book, remember the picture I showed you? The book's really fat. This is only part of it, but obviously it got leaked out. It doesn't tell you where the artifacts are, and there's no pictures of Jesus. It was just, yeah, they won't show you that. And this is what I don't understand. Why wouldn't they show you that instead of this stuff, like the guy playing with his hula hoop? And he's got two little ones. This guy's got a hula hoop too. It's not the same dude, is it? No. Yes, it is. It's the same dude. And actually, from what I've been seeing, a lot of the people from the history that they put in the Bible and that has Jules mentioned aren't actually human. They don't look like us as we do today. They look a bit different. So who knows what everything really looked like.
Well, I'm just getting ready to go a little deeper in my studies this weekend from this past week. It started with religion. It all started with when I found this image of the devil and God doing an arm wrestling match.
I know. Yeah, that picture. Red and blue.
So I'm going through, and I just got the basics of Madame Blavatsky. Because, I mean, the New Age movement now, it's a lot of some of the things that she presented, we actually talk about freely now, like reincarnation, stuff like that. Concepts like that were what she brought about. But her books were her especially her secret doctrine, the second part. I mean, she talks about some of her beliefs, and I wasn't there, I don't know. Some of her beliefs were that before the fall, man and woman were one. Hence, you have the picture of Lucifer, Baphomet. They're all unisexed because she teaches a belief that man and woman separated when they fell. And so in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I know Elon Musk, Neuralink, the push for the transhumanist agenda, and these occultists. I mean, knowing that that's their philosophy, are they driving this trend, this transhumanist push, where you won't need to be either or? The androgyny, it's manifesting. That's what this push is.
Well, I think what did they say? All right. So
Sorry, did I get you banned?
No, you got to be careful because they mix truth and lies, so you don't.
Oh, exactly. And I mean, and that's what I'm doing. It's hard to say what's truth from what's lies. I don't know.
And the dark ones just want to change.
I'm looking for the truth, and from what I'm starting to unravel is like that seems all normal now, but her teachings in that book, a certain person in Germany got a hold of it and really did a bunch of horrific stuff to millions of people because of what she believed, what she taught.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I mean. You got to be careful because I don't know, and because you didn't know what kind of person she really was. You don't know if she was a good person or a bad person. You don't know if she ate kids behind the door or had a joint with the local community. You don't know.
Well, in the early 1800s, or when in her younger days, she traveled to India and all these places, and she gained this spiritual knowledge, and she documented levitating. She would just get in trances, and that's where she claimed she got her ideas from. But her books are criticized because when she talks about the root races and stuff, she's plagiarizing other people's work.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I knew like surface stuff, but actually doing a deep dive, I'm learning so much more. It's like even the false information that's out there, it seems like cherry picked here and there.
Yep. And there's more coming. And there's more, and there's more. Yeah, there's more stuff coming out that'll confuse you. Bit of truth and lie mixed together. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's really important right now in the state of the world to make sure that you're connected well inside, so you can figure out the truth from BS, because that's going to be your only guide. Because we're coming up to really thick time where it's going to be hard, but we'll make it. Just trust what you know. Trust your heart. Trust your connection to Creator. Trust the mother as you walk, and just trust what you know. Whatever religion you are, just trust what you know, because that'll get you right.
Yeah, I mean, from what the direction I'm heading, I'm seeing so much lies, so much misinformation, muddled with the watered down with the little truth.
Yeah.
And I have come across religious people who have called out other religions for churches being a 501c3 and religion. I mean, there's a whole spectrum out there, full spectrum when you talk about religion. I'm in the middle. I'm just going to go with my heart, my soul, my gut, and my truth. And that's the path I'm going to walk. You might want to call it a spiritual oddity.
No, that's what I mean about sticking with what you know and what the truth is that you hold good in the light, because that's what's important. So, I haven't got much more for you this week, people, except for just yarning now. Sometimes I come up with good stuff and sometimes I don't. That grimoire thing, yeah, you had a quick look at it, you saw what was in it. That's just a piece. Like I said, it should be dug in a big hole. Vatican couldn't even have it because they get tempted. I'm sure they're tempted. Who knows? I don't live there.
Well, who knows? Maybe the Vatican's already looked at it.
Oh, they would have. They would have wanted to know where the artifacts were, and they wanted to see that. They would have wanted to see the drawing of Jesus. So I wanted to see the drawing of Jesus. I'd like to know where the artifacts were. I had a dream once, and they showed me artifacts like that. Pieces. They showed me where the cross was, and just different things.
So I wonder what this is supposed to. The Great Clavicle of Solomon.
Yeah. That's what it is. Solomon was an interesting fella. He knew a lot of things, eh? Solomon, isn't he? Didn't he have gold? Solomon's gold. Didn't he have all this gold? Was he an Anunnaki and he had to, they like gold, them fellas.
I gotta do a quick dive on something. You've just got something that sparked my interest.
Oh, here we go. Have you got something to show us, or are you just looking?
Maybe.
I feel all alone here.
What? Oh. Well, I mean, it brought me up. Oh, yeah, that's where it was going. The Key of Solomon, isn't that the works that Crowley was doing? And there were 72 demons or spirits.
I have no idea.
One of those was Lamb.
Oh, I have no idea, Jules. I didn't even know that it was something. You know about that?
The Key of Solomon is the most famous and important of all grimoires or handbooks of magic. As A.E. Waite stated, BCM page 50, and that's some book that I'm not even sure what I'm talking about. At the head of all and within certain limits, the inspiration and the source of all stands the Key of Solomon. Mr. Mather's presentation of the Key of Solomon, which is still in print, the work of an uncritical hand must be held to remove the necessity for entering into detailed account of the contents of the Key of Solomon. It's not what I'm looking for, but it seems interesting. This is looping back.
One thing leads to another.
This name is so familiar.
All right. All right. Well, we'll get back to that subject, and we'll try to link.
Well, yeah, write it down because I can take us further with this. It's a book. Let me search another term because I think this is what I'm looking for.
Jules is on the hunt. Look out.
The Key of Solomon is a pseudo-pictorial grimoire attributed to King Solomon. It probably dates back to the 14th or 15th century Italian Renaissance. It presents a typical example of Renaissance magic.
Okay. Yeah, the Renaissance, something happened in that time because they reckon a lot of pictures from that time are actually showing you stuff, and you have to look to find what they're showing you because it was all cryptic.
So such grimoires attributed to King Solomon were written during the Renaissance, ultimately being influenced by earlier works of Jewish Kabbalists and Arab magicians. These in turn incorporated aspects of the Greco-Roman magic of late antiquity.
I'll be right back. Keep going. Buzz put this up. This was funny. I thought read that. I'll be right back to
This isn't telling me about. Let's see, temple versions. I want to find more about this. That was the basic. Everybody should know what they want you to know. Wikipedia site. Let me search another place. Donna, are you still with me? I might have found something. In this post, we will be providing you with the full list of 72 demons. It's the Eris Gosha book of the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Jules, that's 72. I've heard that before. What was used in 72? Is that something to do with the pyramids?
Well, I think the pyramid has 76. There's something associated with the pyramid in 1776. Because I've been doing my dive on secret studies and, of course, the Illuminati and Masons, and they're so closely interwoven that, I mean, it all goes back to the wealth was the Phoenicians. It was the Phoenicians that a lot of mainstream history will say that the banking and the control of the banking institutions of checks and debits came into play. But I speculate it was an Anunnaki. The royal reptilian line that throughout history, the Phoenicians all the way down, because the Templars actually had banking, and then the whole Rothschild, that time frame up until the reemergence popularity of the Illuminati after it supposedly disbanded. But if you follow that one family in the bloodline and how when JP Morgan needed a financial backer, it was the Rothschilds, and the Rothschilds, when they back these people, they always maintain those relationships with them, and they married into those families. So all those, even there's not a lot of wealth outside of those big, massive families, and they've always been the ones at the top. And if you thin that out, it always goes back to that source. I keep going back to the Anunnaki. I think they're the ones who hijacked our reality here. I mean, if they created us, but they came from somewhere and they took over our reality.
I don't think they I don't think they created us. I think they mucked around with us once we were created and tweaked us up to suit them, or tweaked us down to suit them. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, the 72 Lesser Keys of Solomon, the number one demon on the list is Baal.
Ooh.
Gday is another one on there. He had a resurgence. There was a short-lived season of Supernatural where he was the devil.
I looked into Anunnaki stuff because they believe in a great creator, a creator of all things. They also believe in creator of all things. That's how I know that we existed and they mucked around with us.
Yeah.
Polly, how you going, Polly? Missed you, Polly, this show. Actually, the last few days I remembered something that wasn't a vision, but it wasn't a dream. Like, this is what I saw. So up out of the ground there was this little platform, and from underneath the earth this platform come up, and as the platform come up there were people on the platform, and there was this being. Now to me the being looked like some sort of pupa, like on legs. It was weird. For this day I can't figure out what it was I was looking at, but it was like some insect thing, right? But it was fat and docile, kinda. And the woman on the platform, there was a couple of men and women, grabbed this being, wrestled it to the ground and ran off. And as she ran off down this dirt path, there were giant trees. A hairy man reached down from the tree and grabbed her and picked her up. And that was it. That was the end of the vision, screen, whatever it was. And I looked at that and I went, wow. So they kept us underground and experimented on us, let you out for a couple of hours of light, and then someone decided to escape. And the hairy man caught him.
So I can summarize. I think I can give a big stab at your book. So that took me to the lesser keys of Solomon, which my suspicion led me in the right place. It is, in fact, a list of 72 demons. And in this book, the demons are broken down into categories. The categories are kings, dukes, princes, marquises, earls, knights, presidents. And I didn't read any of these, but looking down, in the mainstream, just on general, first thing that comes up, Wikipedia, every single resource of the 25 that are listed here, every single one of these are pulled from Aleister Crowley.
Right.
So that's your gut reaction, Luna. Don't do it. It's Aleister Crowley. It's pure evil.
There you go. I knew it. Yeah. When I saw it, and then that's why I said, "What's the Vatican doing with it?" Yeah. Wow. Wow. I wonder what I'm going to come up with next week.
I mean, did that not tie it together?
Yeah, it does. That's funny.
Yo, Polly.
Yo, Polly. Yeah, it's strange not to have Polly. I need to have a yarn with you too, Polly. Yeah, all right. What else have we got? I had a whole heap of other slides, but
I've probably bored everybody tonight.
No, you haven't. I don't even know how to get to them. And the other lot of slides that I had, where the hell did they go? I don't know where they went. Let's have a look. What have I got? Nothing. There's nothing on that picture. Oh no, what's my computer doing? Oh, now it comes. Oh, I might have them. I might be able to show them a different way. I didn't save them. That was the weird part. Why didn't they save? I wasn't meant to show you, but I'm going to try. Do I have them? Did I even do it? Oh, yes, I did. Look, there they are. All right. Let's have a look here. Here they are. How do I show you? Yes, we'll share screen one moment. Stop sharing. Share screen. Windows. Oh, look, we get to do it. I found another way. Oh, hang on. So you can see that picture, right? Yep.
Yeah.
It's got no thing on it. Wait a minute. That's one picture. Oh, hang on. Just give me a second. I'll figure out this stupid technology stuff here. Oh my goodness.
You know what? This is so popular. I don't want to hold them a certain way. You'll have to Google images, but that is not I'm okay. It's a certain number in there.
Oh, technology and me have this funny relationship.
That's something that I came across when I was looking at the Illuminati stuff. That's one of their poses. They like that number.
I just lost all that. Like, how come I found it? Hang on, I'll try again, people. I pulled up a file. There they are, recent files. Oh, this is terrible. Well, I'm not meant to show you, obviously, because I'm having trouble.
Yeah, don't worry about it then.
I can't get the thing onto the thing. The other set of slides that just disappeared. I did make them, obviously, but something happened and they didn't reach my final destination.
Well, there you go. You've got material for next week.
And we lost Donnie again. We lost you, my bra.
He'll be back.
That's all right. It's a quiet show this week. All right. Well, that's it. Except for the fire. I'm pretty quiet this week, I think. Oh, no, I want to tell you a funny story. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. So we went away last weekend in our little van, and we found these free camping places here and there if you can find them. And we found it near this town was it was like a giant car park, and it was for free camping if you had a camper van or a trailer or whatever, right? So we pulled up there, slept there for the night. In the morning, hubby wakes me up and goes, Emery, Luna, quick. There's a policeman coming straight towards us. I looks out the window and there's this guy parks his car and he's walking straight towards us. I'm thinking, oh, maybe we're not supposed to park here for the night. Anyways, it wasn't that at all. He kept walking and all these other police cars pulled up and they were setting up a random breath testing thing for 2 hours. So we sat there for 2 hours watching them pull all these people over. It was really funny. And the things they were saying, and they were laughing and making jokes in between cars. It was a really good look into the life of the day of a policeman doing up random breath testing. It was funny. Then we went to another one. It was similar but a different town. It wasn't as nice as that one because that one was near the water. This one was like just in the shopping centre area, kind of on the edge. And they also had Tesla car charge points for the electric cars. Anyways, this car pulled up to charge himself and we're sitting there resting between stops, and we were there for a couple of hours. And I keep looking out the window. An hour goes past, looked out the window, the car's still there charging up. Another hour goes past and I looked out the window and he sat to sit there for 2 hours charging his car up before he could go anywhere else. So if you're thinking of buying an electric car, think twice. If you want to sit around for an hour and a half to 2 hours, charging up your car, put on you. That was funny, yeah. It was funny from our point of view. It would be boring. You'd want something to do while you're charging the car up. And you can't. I don't do this. Yeah. So that was funny. Beautiful scenery, though. Some beautiful places.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Wish we could live there. And we went through, that's what I wanted to tell Donnie before. When you drive through different areas here, you can tell. All of a sudden, we're driving along, and I said to you, got kicked off again, bro. Oh, yeah, we're driving along, and I said to my hubby, this is hairy man country. And he goes, I was just about to say that. It was like the feeling comes over you, like, I'm in hairy man's country, and you're looking, because you can feel it. And then you drive out of it. But they travel. They must, when you find it, it must be where they actually stay for a while, because they do travel a lot. But that was my interesting thing for the week. The tadpoles are doing well. The mealy frogs, they got legs.
You had an exciting week. Mine was rather bland.
I made it exciting.
A lot of obligations, but a lot of learning too. So it's been a win-win.
I make it exciting. If I have a boring week, I make things exciting because I can't stand a boring week. The average life is crazy. Like, I can't do it. I've got to do something strange, like blow bubbles or go and do something to make it exciting.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to end off with that saying that you liked, and we'll go from there, and we'll see everyone next week. Now I've got to find it. Ooh.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, right. I'll have to find it, but wrong one. Wrong one. Sorry, everyone. I have a week off and I don't know how to use the computer. Oh, that was the same one.
It's just daylight savings time.
Oh, yeah, that threw me sideways, I'm telling you. It threw me sideways big time.
Hey, look, there's E.T.
Yeah, I know. Well, where is it? It's disappeared too. Hang on, I'll just find it. Someone sent me a message. I'll just put them two things there. All right, hang on. All right, so it wasn't that one.
Have a good evening, Ron, Master Lurker.
That one. This is terrible, man. Okay. It's just bringing up the same thing. Wow, where did it go? See, it's just bringing. I'll find it. Oh, it's one of them days. This is terrible. All right, just check my message. One moment. Sorry. Yep. Okay.
So one of my favorite music groups made a song, and the chorus is "Money."
Was that you, Jules?
Yes, Buzz just grabbed the link, and I just.
Oh, you want to throw it up? You can throw it up.
Yeah.
All right.
I can. I just need to share my screen.
I'm still trying to find that thing that's disappeared on me. Where's you share your screen? I'll stop sharing. You can share, and I'll find
it's rather long.
It's rather long.
But well, it's about 30 minutes long, but it's titled "No Way: Videos that are glitching people out."
Oh, okay. Well, not as long as I don't get kicked off for it. And I'll find this thing while I'm looking, because it's one of those days. Do you have one of those days where it doesn't seem quite right, and you got up in the morning, but last night seemed all right? It's just one of those days. All right. Wasn't that one? Oh, did you put up yet? Share it? Oh,
I think I got it.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, yeah, I watch that fella sometimes.
Power, respect. It's the key to life. Now, when I first heard that song when I was young, I didn't know what that meant. I just liked the beat, the vibe to it, the everything. But the older I got, and the more I started to realize what they were saying and seeing everything take place out in the world, I understood what they meant. Bro, the people with the money have the power, which ultimately garnishes them the respect. And they use that. Not all of them do, but a lot of them, some of them, use it for pure evil, bro, and bad. You know what I mean? This video here we about to check out is the most depraved crimes of the ultra rich. People who think that because they got that, they can get away with anything. Let's check this out.
The true ultra-rich operate behind the scenes away from the public, and with such vast power and secrecy, they can get away with anything, from starting wars, promoting slavery, to mock...
Luna, should we continue?
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. We'll get into trouble. I don't know. Is it true? Is it true?
I'm gonna. Thanks for dropping the link, Buzz. This is definitely gonna be right up my street.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show just on that stuff, knowing that we're going to get kicked off, so it won't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I can't find that little thing. I can't find that little clip. Oh, yeah, you can see that.
Hey, look, Luna's on.
Oh, yeah. Check it out. That'd be an interesting show.
Oh, if this the world we live in today. Poor pumpkin spice.
Oh, you know, I can't find it. That thing that guy said was really nice.
I mean, these guys, they're on a now you see TV, they're affiliated with Puritans. They just do stuff. They just go everything by scripture.
Yeah.
And they do a pretty good job of it, and they're non-judgmental, but they have very interesting topics and shows and conversations. I just finished this one, The Bloodline, with Gary Wayne. He goes into further detail of kind of what I said with the families keeping it, even the people that they fund and support. They feel loyal, so they marry in those families. Gary Wayne does a fantastic job on it. If you guys are looking for something fun to watch or informative or infotained, that show right there was good, top notch. And their biblical stuff that they're breaking down the book of Enoch chapter by chapter. And Enoch 1 is important to today's times because it's about the apocalypse, which we know as the revealing.
Yeah, where everything, and surely things are being revealed. I do have something else for you. I found, you know, them alien artifact things I've been showing you each show, and I'll just keep finding more and more because it's someone's collection and they put more out. I can show you more of that. Hang on. This only goes for a few minutes. But those who watch my show, you will recognize it. Hang on. I can't find that little thing. Jules?
It's all good. Courtesy of Buzz, we got some action coming for you.
Oh, cool. All right, so I'll show you this.
Give me 1 second. I got to copy paste and do my thing. I'm a little slow, but I'll get it done.
All right, so here's some more of them artifacts that I've been showing you. I will find that clip where the guy talks about love and shouting. I think that's very important, and I want to show it more.
Oh, it's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. It's going to be cute.
That wasn't the one. They've overlaid the voice onto the thing. Because I watched it. I love that. And pet that dog. So here's more of them artifacts. They're all made of that rusty blood colour on them. Oh,
all right.
In there. It's a little dog.
Are you ready?
A little dog. So what do you got there? So,
No. No, he's
voices are.
Oh, this is a classic. I've seen this one years ago.
What did you think about the ride? It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me the remote after we watch the Powerball.
That's funny. I watch the Powerball.
Apparently you're spinning around, and apparently every time you get dizzy, that's all you do is get dizzy. Yeah. And I've never ever been on live television. I never ever be on live television. Are you excited? Yeah, and apparently I only went down the super slide. When I went down the one, I was scared half to death. I just freaked out.
What I need his name. Hold on. Yep. Hold on. Name. Noah. What's your last name?
Death Riddle.
How do you spell his last name?
Ritter, R-I-T-T-E-R.
Okay. Where are you guys from?
Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre. All right, buddy. Good job. Have fun.
North Conflict, come with security. There's a boy here looking for you. North Conflict.
All right.
There's a boy here
That
looking
is
for you.
my dad's town on Jersey.
How's different you
Hey, he's going to look an old man, that little kid.
Oh, he is going to be such a brilliant comedian when he's older. He just took to that microphone like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, all right. So, I didn't find that other thing, but I found this. It only goes for a few minutes. So. And then we'll go till next week, whatever it brings. Drag out the last 15 minutes of the show. Yeah. There's so many of these. Some of them look like toys for kids, like they were games. They all tell stories. Some of them are cute, like the little egg and the one with the little doll inside. Like that. Look at it. Looks like a little kid's toy. So someone had these tucked away, hidden away from everybody. That's where they come from. There's someone's private collection. I wonder how many. If you've got a private collection out there, please share it with us. Just send photos and we'll show it up.
Interesting. It makes me think of the cosmic egg.
Yeah, right.
I spy with my little eye. E.T.
Pieces. Yeah, they look like toys for kids, the little pieces. And you play with them, see? And you fly it around. Look, there's one for a little girl with all the family. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh. They kind of make sense because that's something we make, little dolls and stuff like that. And you make what you saw.
That one is really interesting.
Yeah, right. I wonder what it is.
There's a disc. Clearly that represents a deity of something.
A person with their heart cut open. Interesting. Oh, look at that dish.
You know, that would make a really stellar ashtray, though.
Yeah, look at that, pop it up. Makes you wonder what they're using for it. From the pictures, we know they had this big bowl that they drank with straws. I haven't seen no straws yet, though. Look at that. Some of them look like they're on Star Wars. Beautiful carvings, though. Like just.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a female coming onto a bloke. Look. I love you, but you're an alien.
So are you.
Yeah.
Night, Ron.
Yeah, night, Ron. All right. We are over the 2 hour now, though. That's all right. I just found I should have saved these for next week, but who knows what next week brings? I might have something totally different. Oh, look, a warrior. Looks like a warrior.
It's like an Anunnaki warrior.
Looks like a mushroom house, though, but it's not. Oh, they got a baby. Oh, there's another baby. That's a human holding up an alien baby. So there's quite a lot. I could show you all of them that I showed, string them all together. They're all different. Look how elaborate that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could just have them in the background going. There's that many of them.
That one's pretty cool looking.
Some of them look like they're broken off, like that piece and the other piece. It looked like it was broken from something else, but it may not have been. That one looks like they made a mistake and tried to rub it out. Oh, look at that. See, it's like a little toy. It's a story, probably. Wow. Oh, look at that. They could be to remember people for all we know. They made one to remember one that's passed away, maybe. Hey, and you know, that reminds me of the Egyptian sarcophaguses, like, make it more elaborate.
Yeah.
It's a coffin by the looks of it. Wow. That was someone's stuff, like some being's stuff. See? That told a story for sure.
Where did these come from? Do we know?
Someone.
Yes, right. You just said it was somebody's private collection.
Yep. From Mexico, I think, or somewhere like that. I don't know. But there was someone's private collection. Look at them all, man. Wow. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's all we got. You got anything else, Jules?
Nothing I can think of.
No.
It's been fun hanging out with everybody. Joe, Ron, Buzz, Grub was here. Polly, Donnie, and Kings. Can't forget Kings and Ken.
Yep. Crackle, crackle. Yep. Thank you, everybody, for coming this week, even though we didn't have a lot of stuff, but, you know.
And I feel like there's somebody that I'm forgetting. Oh, Annette, our friend Annette was here. And if I'm forgetting anybody, please forgive me.
We had someone new.
It was great to spend time with the fam.
Yep. And we had a few new people, and we got Grub and Cherie, I think it was, or Sherry. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Yeah. And so, and a shout out to you. All right. Well, thanks for coming again, watching and hanging in there, and thanks for watching tomorrow when we've already done the show. Love to on this day. Stay centered. Remember, create a love jar. And thanks for coming again, Jules.
Just my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Tune in. We're going to do a woman show in the near future. I'm just going to get some really cool women together, besides me and Jules, obviously. And it's for women, this show. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. But we decided it was time to do a strong woman show, a strong spiritual warrior woman show. So we'll be doing that in the future. Look forward to that. Got some new stuff coming, hopefully. And yeah, till I yarn with you next week, Jules. We're going to have a busy week.
I can't say it nowhere near as good as our brother Buzz, but I'll say it in my way. Stay groovy.
Hey, there you go. On behalf of us, dude. All right, then. That's it. Yalu. See you next week.
Yalu. Love you guys.
Till then, press the button. All right.